HTML elements. As we saw in the previous video, an HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. So here we have HTML elements, and the HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. So again, we saw these examples. We have the tag name. This is the start tag name, this is the end tag name. You have to use the /, and here is gonna go the content. Examples of some HTML elements: you have the heading 1, that is gonna be bigger. You close it with /heading 1, my first heading. You have the paragraph inside angle brackets. You close it with /paragraph, my first paragraph. So you have the start tag, you have the end tag, and then the element content. This one is the break line. Inside angle brackets you have the BR, that is the break line. So HTML elements have no content like the angle brackets, break line, BR element. These elements are called empty elements. Empty elements do not have an end tag. Nested HTML elements. HTML elements can be nested. This means that elements can contain other elements. All HTML documents consist of nested HTML elements. The following example contains 4 HTML elements: HTML, body, H1, and P. H1 is the heading 1 and P is the paragraph. And we saw this example here in the previous video. And when we open it, this is the page that we have. So example explain the HTML. So pretty much we're talking about this one, the HTML, or in this case, here this example, the HTML element is the root element and it defines the whole HTML document. It has a start tag HTML and an end tag inside angle brackets /HTML. In our example we have it here. So we start with this HTML and using language English, and this one is we end the tag with /HTML. So that is that. Then inside the HTML element there is a body element. So again, inside of the HTML, where is it? Inside of the HTML we have the head and we have the body. In this case, in our body we have H1, H2, and then we have the paragraph. So here inside HTML element you have the body element. Okay, so they're giving us this example. The body element defines the document's body. It has a start tag of body and an end tag that is inside angle brackets /body. Then inside body element there are 2 other elements, the heading 1 and the paragraph. Again, they are inside angle brackets. So we have my first paragraph and then my first heading. The H1 element defines a heading. It has a start tag in angle brackets H1 and an end tag that is angle brackets /H1. So that is that. Then we have the paragraph element, defines a paragraph. It has a start tag inside angle brackets lowercase p and an end tag inside angle brackets / lowercase letter p. So that is that. Never skip the end tag. Some HTML elements will display correctly even if you forget the end tag. So we are talking about this is the end tag. Every time you use angle brackets and you use the /. So in this case we didn't put, for example, angle brackets /p, angle brackets /p, but in this case it works fine. However, never rely on this. Unexpected results and errors may occur if you forget the end tag. Empty HTML elements. HTML elements with no content are called empty elements. The break line tag defines a line break and it's an empty element without a closing tag. So for example, we can grab this example and we can go into our let me see, we can go here and save it with Ctrl S and we're gonna check it out. So this is paragraph with a line break. As you can see, this is a, and then there's a break, right? So that is when we are using the angle brackets and then the word BR line break, and then you type in paragraph with a line break. So that is the purpose of that element. HTML is not case sensitive. HTML tags are not case sensitive. So the paragraph we can use, instead of using lowercase p, we can use uppercase letter P, and it means the same, but it's always recommended to use lowercase letter P. The HTML standard does not require lowercase tags, but it's recommended. So HTML tag reference. So we have the tags. We have HTML, we have the body, and we have from the heading 1 to the heading 6 the description. HTML defines the root of an HTML document. The body defines the document's body, and the headings 1 to 6 defines HTML headings.